Hey YouTube, Mike the Alpha Hoarder here. Welcome back, thanks for joining me. Today I've got a quick video. I just want to add a couple of cards to my hoard and give a real quick market update. Because I've noticed a few things changing the last couple of weeks, maybe the last 6 weeks, and I think it's worth calling attention to. From about the time I started my channel until now, there's been an unusual amount of activity with alpha cards coming to market. Lots of rares went through auctions, which we didn't used to see all that much. Usually it's just the rares that were sitting on the market at high prices. And the trend over the last couple of months, it's been observed by other channels. The guys over at MTG North, for instance, they mentioned it in a few videos. And for just a long while in there, it was, I would say, at least 2 times a week, maybe more, different sets of alpha cards, including many rares, would show up, often with consigners or else eBay accounts that didn't have a very deep history of selling alpha cards would just show up listing a bunch of cards. There were more nice condition cards moving than I had seen in a while. Same on TCG Player. Names that I didn't recognize all of a sudden had a lot of listings. But that's actually part of what motivated me to start the channel. I think it was like my 3rd video or something where I talked about that. But I'd been tracking it a bit before that. Alpha, it doesn't get that much dedicated attention, so I stepped in. But I would say that since late May, I've noticed these auctions are drying up. One doesn't want to jump the gun on these things. It's hard to say, but at this point, I'm pretty confident saying that the supply faucet, so to speak, is not open the way it was throughout Q1 and the beginning of Q2. About 2 weeks ago, I did see a new eBay seller, well, not a new seller, but an eBay seller list what looks like most of a collection. But that's really the only one that I noticed like that. Wow, beautiful. That's the only one I noticed like that recently. And sorry, as always, the alpha card sidetracks me. That's a really nice one. Beautiful. So what to make of this? What to make of the fact that these cards have stopped showing up? Well, let's not make too much of it. It might foretell less than we think, but it's definitely worth observing. So it seems to me that the people who needed to sell as a consequence of the current global markets, or perhaps also the group of people that were trying to lock in some profits coming off the 21 highs, it seems to me those people are done. It took the time that it did to move through the system, but at this point, I think those people are done. Those collections are through. They moved their inventory, and those cards are now sitting with collectors or speculators or investors or whatever, and that's where they're going to be for at least the near term. So the supply side of the market has bottomed out, I think. Now, I'm not in the business of giving financial advice. That's not the point of this video. Oh, I know what order this is. Ooh, been excited for this one. All right. When there's an inventory plateau, it could signal an upcoming change in prices. So, it's worth calling attention to, just so you're watching for it. Now, it might not signal that. If the global economy gets worse, or unemployment gets worse, or global conflicts keep going, or various viruses reappear, we could definitely see another round of positions unwinding, or even just if things stagnate. There's a lot of people who are under time pressures, and if things carry on the way they are too long, they may be forced to fold. But in any case, for the moment, it feels like these cards are held by people who can weather the storm as it is blowing now. So, sorry, I just have to pay a little attention when I cut some of these out. This is, it's better than Scotch tape, but I don't know, I guess I could peel it. Maybe that's the safer way to go. I try not to stick the knife in and slice. I usually try to grab it here and do sort of a pivot so that there's really no way for it to slip, but I don't know, still seems a little bit risky. What the heck was I saying? I can't remember, but in any case, I just wanted to point out the changing trend. Make of it what you will. The lull could last, or this could be the signal of times changing. I personally still see this as a buying opportunity. The rares are probably going to be where price increases start first, and I'm already seeing a little bit of that too. I'm not seeing the auctions quite as soft, the ones that are still going. And also, interestingly, I've actually seen a lot of movement with the super high-end stuff, like the 20 grand plus sort of graded Moxes and things. A whole bunch of those have had listings end and all that. I don't have any information to know if those sales went through, but these are those listings that probably a lot of you watch, and they've just sit there for months. A whole bunch of them have vanished recently. So I don't know, these could all be signs of the leg up that's coming, and if a leg up does come, it could be quite aggressive. But again, we don't know. You need to weigh the risk of. There's two risks here. Risk one is that you don't buy in, and then that recovery kicks off, and you're sort of left behind. Risk two is that you do buy in, and we have a stagnant economy, or things get worse, and we have a further leg down, and you've just exhausted your liquidity too soon, and you can't take advantage of that. So, such is the nature of timing markets. It's a fool's errand, but it's nonetheless one we're all forced to try our hand at. All I know for sure is that at least temporarily, we've exhausted the market depth on the supply side, which is definitely a change compared to the previous 6 months. And so I wanted to just make a little video calling it out, just in case other people aren't watching as many alpha listings as I do and possibly haven't noticed. I would be interested in other people's insights on these changes in the comments. A lot of these little rants I have would be much better served as conversations rather than monologues, but is what it is. And yeah, that's all I got for today. A little market update. A little PSA that something has changed. All right, decent set of cards. The one I was looking forward to the most is this one, and I'm very happy with it. No surface issues at all. A little bit of edge wear. Yeah, the centering's not bad. 8 centering, 8.5 if I'm lucky. All right, good haul today. Also, check this thing out. This came today. I ordered this like a year ago. And honestly, I kind of forgot that I had. What? It showed up. It's from a company called Vader's Vault. Check this out. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content just like it, then all you have to do is hit reload and the same video will play all over again. Super easy. See you next time.